Welcome back to MMA Oddsbreaker. I'm Frank Trigg. This, of course, is Muhammad Lawal, summer series. We're here in the middle. We're not Mayweather gym where we usually are, in a different boxing gym because Floyd's gym's they have a fight tonight, so everyone's at the fight. It's a little bit hotter in here than it is normally in the other gyms. Why is it so much hotter in boxing gyms than in MMA gyms and even wrestling gyms? Boxing gyms tend to be hotter than even old school wrestling gyms are.
That's a great question. I know at Floyd's gym, Floyd keeps that heat on. Here, there ain't no heat. It's just hot. You know what I'm saying? We're in Vegas, too.
Yeah. So. It's one of the weird anomalies that between boxing and MMA and wrestling, and when you look at all these different things, like how the styles are different. My brother and I came here a little bit ago waiting on Mo, who's always an hour late. We realized that this gym is very sparse. There's very few things in here, but it's more than what you actually need to compete and become a better boxer. Are you more attracted to stuff like this, more the style of bare bones minimum to make you a better fighter than what a lot of the other fighters are doing? We're trying to get all these science and going up to different factories and getting body fat tests and all that. Do you like it better this style? Do you like it better, higher technology style?
Well, it just depends on what you're gearing up for. The Olympic Training Center was perfect for me because we had a little bit of both. We had the old school mentality in the room, and then we had the science at the training, the rehab center. You know what I'm saying? So you need a mixture of both. But for MMA, I feel like I like the old school. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the high tech stuff. I just need the bars and the mat and the mitts, whatever. I don't need that much. You know what I'm saying? I need a few bodies and I'm good.
Speaking of bodies, who you been working out with to get ready for this fight? Because I know you don't want to have that same mistake like what happened when you got that. No one saw it coming. You, of course, saw it last because it's what knocked you out against Manny Lewis. You want to have anything like that happen again like it did with Newton? So what bodies are you working out with right now to get you prepared for this next fight?
Well, I'm fighting Jacob Noe, and he's a pro boxer with the 0-1 record. He ain't fought since 2010. He lost at the state fairgrounds back in 2010. Second round TKO stoppage to a guy named, I think, Joey Montoya. I could be wrong with his name, but I've been training with Roy Nelson. Been training with Michael Hunter, sparring him, two-time Olympian, sparring with Andrew Tabini, working with Jeff Mayweather, Ryan Martinez, and Nate Vasquez. Just being a little smarter with my training and working on some stuff as far as strategically for this guy. So I'm not doing anything too crazy. It's just normal stuff.
Have you been spending any time on your wrestling at all? Even though you're better automatically than this guy without doing anything, but you're trying to keep that skill set alive too.
Oh yeah, I've been working on my wrestling. Sure, I've been working on my wrestling. I just don't say with who and what, but I've been working on my wrestling, drilling, doing my drills, more setups to the takedown and good position, not just pure wrestling. Because I can go out there, I can't do a shuck, I can't do a little pass by unless we're tied up. But MMA, you don't start tied up. You start with your hands up, chin down.
And that's the one thing you said that you needed to work on after the Manuel Newton loss, is that you need to get better setups and improve that style of setting up, using your punching setups to take down. And so you have been working on it quite a bit. How come you don't ever say that you've been working on it and who you've been working with? Why do you always try to keep that quiet?
I just don't. I train MMA. So I train MMA. So I'm working on chicken kicks, working on getting off my back, working on taking you down, working on submission, working on submission defense, working on throwing my hands, working on defense. I'm working on everything. So I just don't really say much. Shout out to Iowa State, though, Coach Jackson.
Don't nobody like Kevin. Don't nobody like Kevin. He was on one of the world team coaches when I was on the world team. What a great coach to have, and obviously one of the better guys we've had in the country. Still, even at his age, still kind of moves, kind of fluid.
Oh, he can move still at his age. He don't want it with me, but he can still move.
He can still beat me up because I'm so much smaller. See, I'm such a little guy. He still beats me up. Let's talk about other guys getting beat up. Rampage Jackson now is over in Bellator. He's also over at TNA. There's been a couple melees with him now on the pro wrestling circuit. How much work does Rampage need to get him ready for pro wrestling?
Well, it's going to be a lot of work. As long as he's a fan of it, he'll be good. But it's a lot of work in the pro wrestling school. He's going to see, but the thing is, he's open to doing it. So some guys are open to doing it, but then when they start doing it, they're like myself, I'm not going to lie. The first 2 or 3 days, I was like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. But then after a while, I was like, okay, I can handle this. But it's tough, man. People think it's easy because they call it because pro wrestling, but it's not easy at all.
No, I've already said it's very difficult. It's a live stunt show with a predetermined outcome, but you still have no idea what the hell's going to happen in the middle, and that's when people get hurt. People get dropped and get their necks broken, and wires break and fall on poles, and it's dangerous. It's really dangerous work. What do you think the storyline is going to be for you and Rampage once they finally get him caught up to speed with you as far as the wrestling technical ability? What do you think kind of storyline they're going to try to write for you guys?
I have no idea. I wouldn't mind doing some type of like Nation of Domination type thing with me. They can get higher MVP, bring you out there. You know what I'm saying? Twinkle Toes. They can bring the Pope back, Kenny King, and just do some type of faction where we go in there and beat people up. That's what we do.
That's the thing about pro wrestling I really, really like is that you just tell them, like, okay, you're going to lose tonight. No, you're gonna no, I'm not. I'm not losing tonight. I'm just not losing tonight. And like, okay. And they're like, okay, you're going to lose tonight. And the guy says yes. And then you go, okay, now I'll beat you up for 10 minutes. Then you beat me up for 10 minutes. Let's see how we're gonna do it. And it's actually really fun because I get to work on stuff that could never happen if I'm pro wrestling against Mo. I'd never be able to get certain techniques and moves on him. And if we go a live MMA fight, none of that stuff would ever work. But it's like my way to kind of get back at guys that beat me up all the time anyway. So it's perfect.